Good morning, it is Friday morning and a very cold November, and Juliet's with me.
Hey!
Juliet is a great friend of mine and a great friend of the Black Sheep, and luckily we get to see quite a lot of each other at shows and so on throughout the year, and Juliet's up here today, teaching for 2 days.
Yes!
What workshops are you doing?
So I'm doing continental knitting today.
Ooh.
So that means that people can learn how to do two-handed fair isle, and we often have fair isle virgins come to this workshop and they all manage it.
I did this workshop, and this workshop is a game changer. But I did say to Juliet I probably need to come and do it again because typical since the workshop I've not actually finished my hats. No, I probably do need to do some. But it's seriously, if you want to do Fair Isle, it is. I was lyrical about it afterwards because it was just amazed me that it makes it so much easier. Speaking of Fair Isle, can I just comment on the cardigan?
Well, this is by the most fantastic designer in the whole world, Marie Wallin, and it's a pattern of hers called Orkney. But I decided to steek it, so I knitted it in the round and then cut up the front and then put the button bands on. So steeking is what I'm teaching tomorrow.
And what was the benefit of steeking that as opposed to just attaching a traditional button band?
Well, some people find the two-handed Fair Isle purl a bit tricky.
Yeah.
So because you're knitting in the round, you're only knitting in one direction. It's only ever the knit stitch.
Yeah.
So some people find that easier, that's what we're going to learn tomorrow. We don't do a whole cardigan and cut it because that really is scary. I don't want anyone having an attack of the vapours. So we just do a mug cosy tomorrow. So they get to practice their Fair Isle technique first, and I can adjust anything there, and then they cut it.
Which sounds so barbaric. But this cardigan I saw in various stages, and I can say it does look resplendent on you. It is really, really,
well,
really
you shamed
stunning.
me into finally finishing it because I brought it to so many workshops and it never got any further, and I thought I can't.
You were always going to finish it in that hotel room on your own.
Yeah, and I thought I can't bring it to another workshop without
now you're wearing it.
it.
It is beautiful. Yes. It really is. Yeah. We're going to talk today about these. The most stunning cap collection that Juliet has designed exclusively for Black Sheep.
Yes, we talked about this I think when I was up last March, wasn't it? Because I come up twice a year. And we had this idea to do some kits, and so we had a fantastic afternoon going around choosing all the yarns. Oh, kids in sweet shops. And we wanted to give your customers the opportunity to try out new techniques maybe, or try out some of the new yarns that you're running. For example, the Dovestone by Bar U is a fantastic DK, and it's produced in this country. The colours are amazing. This hat is called A Ride in the Forest.
Lovely.
And it's got little bicycles on, so it's for men and for women. It was actually, I designed it originally for a friend, biking friend who'd had an accident, and I designed this to cheer him up. So love that yarn, love the colours, it has a beautiful lustre to it. And then, yes, that's become a real favourite.
This just feels amazing. So what yarn is this one?
That's Debbie Bliss Falkland Aran. And I know Emma Varnum has knitted a couple of these, and she loves it so much. But what I try and do on the top of my hats is try and do something a little bit different. So this has got a star on the top.
You can see it in there.
So this is called Tórshavn, which is the capital city of the Faroe Islands, where I was lucky enough to go last year and this year. And it's one of their traditional patterns. This one isn't knitted in the round, this one is knitted flat and then sewn up. But again, this yarn is such a treat to knit with. It's beautifully spun, lovely, lovely yarn. And then of the last of the adults patterned hats is this one called Twill, which is knitted in my favourite yarn of all time, Felted Tweed. And again, you can see there's the lovely star at the top.
I love the way you do that shaping, it looks incredible.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's flattering for most people's heads, and you haven't got lumps of decreases. And this design is actually a pattern, it's called Twill, because if you're a weaver, this is the pattern you would have to create a twill pattern in fabric.
Right, okay.
And I've just transposed it into Fair Isle, but in Felted Tweed it's just lovely and soft, and it's a great yarn for knitting Fair Isle.
Lots of designers start that as their favourite yarn, it's not surprising.
No, it's amazing. And all the yarn companies I've worked with over the years, I'm sorry guys, this is still my absolute favourite yarn. And then we have, if anyone wants to try out cables, we have this lovely hat in 2 versions, men's and ladies. And this is just, it teaches you, there's some little tricks about how to do nice pert bobbles. Again, this is knitted flat. But just a nice introduction to cabling, and just making sure again at the top that all the cables come into a nice point, if you like.
This is my favourite, more because I'm scared of them, and I know I shouldn't be. I know they're not, but this is I just think that is so beautiful. I love the way it all comes together at the top.
Yeah. And that's in a Rowan.
So what's that one?
That's the alpaca.
Yeah.
And this is Debbie Bliss Rialto.
Yes, yeah. Can I just show you? That's what I love about this. Oh, there is a stray thing, but look at the other side of that. It's amazing.
Yeah, you get all the pattern on the inside if you do the two-handed furl. Yeah. And then something for the kiddies, just for babies and toddlers. Very, very simple little hat in, I can't remember, this is a Rowan yarn again.
That's Superwash DK, yes.
Yeah. So that's perfect for little newborns or, and again you can, there you go, you like the strands, see that?
Yeah, it is, it's so beautifully done.
Yeah. So these were such fun to do.
But the instructions are fabulous. You've made it so easy for everybody as well.
Thank you.
I say it's the perfect project because it is small enough to try things and not get too overawed by it.
Yeah, that's what we thought with the yarn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you know, it is an investment to buy Dovestone.
Oh yes.
But I think it's really, really worth it because you experience a different level of yarn. And in a hat, you can see how you get on with it.
And it just
it
smells amazing as well. It really does.
So how have they been selling?
They've been selling really, really well. They're really popular. They're perfect for people to make for Christmas, but also to people to buy as presents as well. If you've got a knitter out there,
for a knitting friend.
Yeah,
if you want to give them a real luxury treat. And
they come in the beautiful bags. The Rowan yarns come in the Rowan bags. And then we've got some other gauze bags for the others with the exclusive pattern as well.
Yeah, no, they were great fun. So what are we going to cook up for next year?
Maybe it's socks to go with the hats next year.
Socks. Oh yes, now there's an idea. Don't get me started.
That's Juliet not sleeping tonight, yes. Oh, thank you. As always, it's lovely to see you.
My pleasure, my pleasure.